House Bill numbers 7316, taking into consideration SBN 2096, HBN 8700, HBN 9128, HBN 9295, HBN 9296, HBN 92927, HBN 9298, and HBN 9299. We would like to acknowledge our resource persons and guests from the House of Representatives present in the room is Representative Adrian Michael A. Amatong from the 3rd District of Zamboanga del Norte, and present via Zoom or online is Representative Mark Go from the Lone District of Baguio City. From the government agencies, we have from the DepEd Central Office, ASEC Francis Cesar Bringas, Assistant Secretary for Operations. From the regional offices and schools division offices, we have from the DepEd CAR, Dr. Estelle El Carino, the regional director. From DepEd Baguio City, we have Dr. Soraya Tifaculo, the OIC Schools Division Superintendent. From DepEd Region 5, we have Dr. Gilbert Sadsad, the regional director. From DepEd Camarines Sur Schools Division Office, we have the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Arvin Arcese, Mr. Pedro Pelonio, Mr. William Villare, Ms. Marichu Del Rosario, Ms. Eva Barcia, Ms. Maria Luisa Melante, and Mr. Rene Pastrona. From DepEd Region 9, we have the Regional Director, Dr. Ruth L. Fuentes. From the DepEd Zamboanga del Norte, we have Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Raymond M. Salvador. From DepEd Zamboanga del Sur, we have Dr. Jeneline Aleman, the Schools Division Superintendent. From the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, or NCCA, we have Deputy Executive Director Marichu Taliano and Mr. Renzo P. Polanco. From the Cultural Center of the Philippines, or CCP, we have Ms. Consuelo Zapata, the Chief Culture and Arts Officer, and Ms. Eunice Grace Mariscal, Culture and Arts Officer. From the Philippine Sports Commission, or PSC, we have the Deputy Executive Director, Attorney Guillermo E. Rey Jr., and the Chief of the Program Research and Development Division, Dr. Lauro Domingo Jr. From the National Academy of Sports, we have Attorney Maria Josephine M. Ramos, Attorney 5 and OIC of the Legal and External Affairs Division, Attorney Tracy Sangalang Reyes, Attorney of the Legal and External Affairs Division, and Attorney Lourdes Ana de la Cruz, Chief of Staff of the Office of the Executive Director. And last but not the least, from the Department of Budget and Management, or DBM, we have Ms. Joy Rico and Ms. Danielle Angela Bernadette Crisostomo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Comsec. And again, I welcome Congressman Amatong for joining us today physically. So since you're here physically today, we'll tackle your bill first so that we can dispense with all of your proposals. But before that, let me read into the records the 8 local bills, 8 House bills that were transmitted to the Senate for action. Number 1 is House Bill number 7316, entitled Baguio City High School for the Arts, by Representative Mark Go.
Morning.
Good morning. Taking to consideration Senate Bill number 2096, establishing the Baguio City High School for the Arts, authored by Senator Amy Marcos. Another bill is House Bill number 8700, entitled Baguio City Sports High School, authored by Representative Marco. Then there's also House Bill number 9128, entitled Balong Balong National High School, authored by Jazel Victoria Yu, Representative Jazel Victoria Yu. Next is House Bill number 9295, Denvica National High School, authored by Representative Arnulf Brian Arnie Fontavella. The next is House Bill number 9296, entitled Sipakong National High School, authored by Representative Adrian Michael Amatong. Next is House Bill number 9297, entitled Mangop National High School, authored by Representative Adrian Michael Amatong. Next is House Bill number 9298, entitled Josepi Brillantes Elementary School, authored by Representative Adrian Michael Amatong. And lastly, House Bill number 9299, entitled Hatib Asamudin Elementary School, authored by Representative Adrian Michael Amatong. And with the permission of Congressman Mark Go, who's with us online, We will start off with the proposals of Congressman Amatong, since he's here physically with us. And uh, uh, the representative from DepEd is also here with us, ASIC bring us, who will also help us ascertain the compliance of the bills. So we'll start off with House Bill number 9296, entitled Sipakong National High School. And would like to hear an opening statement or a sponsorship statement from Congressman Amatong.
Good morning, Senator. Thank you very much, and advance happy birthday.
Thank you.
May I respectfully request that the explanatory note of the bill be entered as my introductory speech.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So we would like to hear a statement from the SDS or the representative of the SDS from Zamboanga del Norte, represented by Assistant School Division Superintendent Raymond M. Salvador.
Good morning, Senator. Good morning to the members of the committee. On behalf of the Schools Division Superintendent, we strongly support the House Bill number 9296 on the creation of Sipakong National High School, as we believe this will benefit our learners and our schools division in the Congressional District 3 of Zamboanga del Norte Province, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you for that statement. We'll also would like to hear from Dr. Ruth Fuentes, the Regional Director for Region 9.
Mr. Honorable Chair.
Go ahead, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay. A blessed day and good morning to everyone. The regional office of Zamboanga Peninsula strongly support the creation of Sipakong School, because this will provide access to our learners who are within the area, and also this also give employment opportunities to all our teachers and non-teaching personnel within the area. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And like to hear also comments from ASIC Pringas, representing the DepEd Central Office.
Mr. Chair, the department interposes no objection to the separation or to the House Bill number 9296, the establishment of Sipakong National High School, Zamboanga del Norte Schools Division Office, subject to the guidelines of the department on the establishment of schools, particularly Deped Order number 40, series of 2014. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. With that, any comments from the body, from our friends from Zamboanga del Norte? Any comments? Any additional comments on the matter? Hearing none, and there is support from our SDS, RD, and also no objection from the central office. We hereby approve House Bill number 9296 and transmit it to plenary for further deliberation. All right, so we go to House Bill number 9297, entitled An Act Separating the Bakungan National High School, Mangop Extension in Barangay Macop, Municipality of Leon B. Postigo, Province of Zamboanga del Norte, from the Bakungan National High School, converting it into an independent national high school to be known as the Mangop National High School, and appropriating funds therefore. So, any sponsorship statement? Congressman Amatong.
Thank you, Senator. I may respectfully also request that the explanatory note be entered as the introductory speech.
Thank you for that. We now call on our SDS, represented by Assistant School Division Superintendent Raymond Salvador.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair. The Schools Division Office of Zamboanga del Norte supports the creation and separation of Mangop National High School, sponsored by our Congressman Amatong. As again, we believe this will give us an opportunity to extend our services to our learners in the area, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. Next is we call on the Regional Director of Region 9, Dr. Ruth Fuentes.
Mr. Chair, we strongly endorse the separation of Bakungan School to Mangop National High School.
Okay. Thank you for that comment. I just have okay. We'll go on to Asek Bringas. Any comments?
Mr. Chair, we interpose no objection to the separation and to an independent high school for Mangop National High School or House Bill number 9297, still subject to the establishment of schools, specifically Debit Order number 40, series of 2014.
Thank you for that comment. I just have one observation, and we derived this from the feasibility study. According to the findings of MGB September 20, 2019, the project site for the proposed independent national high school has moderate landslide susceptibility. May I ask the regional director or the SDS if this has been rectified or mitigated, and any action to mitigate this observation by the MGB. I understand this is an existing school, Kong. And when was the school established? Or maybe the SDS or the regional director will know.
Sir Raymond, can we provide some information on the creation of the school, please?
Superintendent Raymond, when was this school established?
Mr. Chair, I am currently asking our planning officer as to the exact date of the creation of the establishment of the school. But as to your first query with regards to the concern of the location of the school, it is now being monitored under our local project. We call it Project Rise. We are currently doing the monitoring on the location of the school, as you have mentioned, of its hazard. I will provide you the exact date of the establishment of the school, Mr. Chair, in a while po.
So to date, because MGB observed that it's susceptible to moderate landslide, any action did the school or the LGUs undertake over the past few years to mitigate this?
Again, Mr. Chair, I will provide you the data. The information as to what actions have been taken, Mr. Chair. I'd like to ask for apologies because I have been in the province assigned for barely 3 months, Mr. Chair. I will provide you the information as soon as my colleague will arrive here in my office po, Mr. Chair.
Sige, let's do this na lang. Because there's an MGB observation, and obviously I have to defend this bill. And if this comes up, I need to demonstrate that mitigating measures were indeed implemented in the past. If not, there are plans to implement mitigating measures, whether by the LGU or by the school or even by the congressional action through the commitment of Congressman Amatong, so that we can allay the fears, no, of our kababayans in Zamboanga del Norte that this school is safe and government is doing something to make this safe. So please submit to us, no, within the week, latest next week, end of next week, updates on this moderate landslide observation, actions taken, or commitments to take action to mitigate this moderate landslide susceptibility. Yeah. Congressman, any
Mr. Chair, I commit to take action whatever is needed.
Thank you for that, Congressman. At least we have also Congressman Amatong who can help facilitate funds that will mitigate this observation by MGB. So with that, we will also, House Bill number 9297 is deemed approved and submitted to plenary, subject to the submissions of the mitigating measures that was discussed earlier. Right. Next on the table will be House Bill number 9298, an act separating the Siocon Central School, J.P. Brillantes Extension in Barangay Jose P. Brillantes Senior, Municipality of Siocon, Province of Zamboanga del Norte, from the Siocon Central School, converting it into an independent elementary school to be known as the Jose P. Brillantes Elementary School and appropriating funds therefore. So with that, let me once again call on Assistant School Division Superintendent Raymond M. Salvador. Okay. Go ahead, Assistant Superintendent Raymond.
Again, good morning, Mr. Chair. The Schools Division of Zamboanga del Norte. Again, we strongly support House Bill number 9298 on the separation of JP Brillantes to Jose P. Brillantes Elementary School po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. And once again, we call on Regional Director Dr. Ruth Fuentes.
Mr. Chair, we support the region endorses the separation of Siocon Central School to be named to Jose P. Brillantes Elementary School. And with assurance that we will be monitoring that complete staffing would be provided for the teachers in the school. Likewise, and other resources that would be needed for the separation of an independent school. Mr. Chair, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And we call on Asik Bringas for their comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I give our comment with regards to House Bill 9297, the department also commits through the first one kasi yung sa interventions, yung sa comment kanina, that the department through our engineering and facilities division through our school infrastructure strand will also commits also to provide the division the necessary technical assistance to comply with the requirements of this committee, Mr. Chair. And with regards to House Bill number 9298, we interpose no objection, subject to the guidelines set by the department on the separation of elementary schools from their mother schools, specifically Deped Order 40 series of 2014. Thank you.
You, Asik Bringas. And in the same observation from MGB, this is from their report dated November 29, 2017. The MGB classified the entire municipality of Siocon, where the proposed independent elementary school is to be located, as having high flood susceptibility and none for landslide. So baha naman dito. Thus, the site may be susceptible to critical flooding hazard during the monsoon season. So we'd like to hear from Assistant Superintendent Raymond Salvador. Again, no, if any mitigating measures that were undertaken in the past or any programs or projects that will mitigate this in the future, whether by DepEd or by LGU. In the past, when we have things like this, normally it's the LGU who commits to help the school mitigate whatever problems that they encountered. And but we want to hear actions that were undertaken or will be undertaken so that we can favorably sponsor the bill. So any comments from there, Assistant Superintendent?
Mr. Chair, I would like to give the floor to my colleague who is in charge of the monitoring, and he would like to also share to you our current updates on the status of the location of the school, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Please identify yourself and your position, and then you can make your comment.
Morning po, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. This is Wilson HUD, Senior Education Program Specialist.
Sir, can you repeat? Medyo malabo yung dating nyo. Can you speak loudly and clearly? You're coming in, your voice is quite weak.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I am Wilson HMD, Senior Education Program Specialist for School Management, Monitoring, and Evaluation. So, as to the status po, particularly of Giuseppe Brillantes Elementary School to be separated from Siocon Central School po. Actually, I have been there. The place is actually plain low-lying po siya. Wala pong landslide, no, na threat doon or hindi po siya susceptible for landslide. Kasi ang ginawa namin usually before we endorse anything to the higher office, we actually conduct on-site inspection to the school to be established or converted to integrated school.
How about po yung flood? Here in the MGB report, yes, you're correct that it's not prone to landslides. But in the MGB report, it says having high flood susceptibility. So, in other words, binabaha siya or pwedeng bahain.
So far naman, sir, based on our record naman po, for the last few years, wala naman po na incident na yung school was flooded actually. Except yung time na namin bukas na bagyo doon sa Siocon area. But it was protocol under schools actually. But in regular, hindi naman masyado malakas yung ulan sa talaga na-answer. So,
nasa lowland ba itong school?
Yes po.
Mr. Inding?
Yes po.
Nasa
Yes,
Valley? Let's do this, no? May we get a commitment from Congressman Amatong that in case the school itself will request for mitigating measures, both congressional initiatives and the Department of Education will assist the school to improve its fight against flooding.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
Yung pong buong
Sir,
sentro ng Siocon actually is lagi siyang binabaha. And pati na rin si Rawai Sibuko. But the last few years, we've installed some flood mitigating structures So medyo nababawasan na and medyo na nakaprogram na rin sa succeeding years. So hindi to isolated case dun sa school. Pero it's been addressed na po slowly.
So in the past, it's been addressed na rin. And can we also get a commitment from DepEd that in case they will need more funding to mitigate floods, DepEd will also act on their request?
Yeah, we give that commitment, Mr. Chair, that our Engineering Facilities Division as well as our DRRMS will provide such assistance to the school.
All right, thank you. Just as same request with the previous school to Assistant School Division Superintendent Raymond Salvador, just submit to us also a status report on the flooding issue and actions taken, and as well as the commitments from the different national agencies or the congressional office to undertake mitigating measures. So just submit to us together with the previous school. Narinig niyo po?
Yes po, Mr. Chair, loud and clear po. We will
Thank you.
prepare po.
Thank you for that. So with that, we are favorably endorsing House Bill number 9298 to plenary for further deliberation. So with that, we go to House Bill number 9299, entitled An Act Separating the Bukana Elementary School, Hatib, Asamudin Extension in Barangay Bukana, Municipality of Siocon, Province of Zamboanga del Norte from Bukana Elementary School, converting it into an independent elementary school to be known as the Hatib Asamudin Elementary School, and appropriating funds therefore. So once again, we will call on Assistant School Division Superintendent Raymond Salvador.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair. We support House Bill number 9299. We believe again this will give us an opportunity to further serve our clienteles and of course benefit our learners within that locality, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that, and we call on RD Ruth Fuentes.
The regional office strongly endorses the separation of Bukana Elementary School, Hatib Asamudin, converting it into an independent elementary school to be known as Hatib Asamudin Elementary School, provided with the assurance also that the region and will continue to monitor the creation of teaching items, separation of teaching items and non-teaching items, and also other resources that will be needed in the separation of such schools. Mr. Chair, thank you.
Thank you for that, and we call on Asik Bringas for the comments from DepEd Central Office.
Mr. Chair, the department interposes no objection to House Bill number 9299 separating the school into Hatib Asamimuddin Elementary School in Siocon, Zamboanga del Norte, and subject to the guidelines set forth in DepEd Order 40 series of 2014. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Asik. I would like to flag again the body that in a report dated January 6, 2021, the MGB classified the construction site of the proposed school building as having high flood susceptibility. Just a basic question: is this school under construction? Is it still under construction, or the school have been put up already? May I ask Assistant School Division Superintendent Raymond Salvador? Has this school been put up already, or is it still under construction, or is it what's the status of the school?
Mr. Chair, as referred to me by my colleague, Mr. Chair, it is now an existing school, existing extension school, Mr. Chair.
So it's already operating, in other words.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And
an extension school.
Extension and any comments on the MGB report? Same question. have any mitigating measures been implemented? Um, is the school or the LGU planning to put any mitigating measures?
I will again refer to my colleague, Mr. Chair, to answer your query, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Inding.
Good morning once again, Mr. Chair. Yes, during our on-site inspection, sir, we talked about this with the school head and with the PTA. And according to them, they are actually also coordinating with the LGU of Siocon for the mitigating, no, for the construction of mitigating structures to mitigate the flood, no, well, the flood rather, because the area is kind of susceptible to flooding because it is in the low-lying area, and in fact it is near the yung shoreline po. So, but the area is actually densely populated ng ating mga Muslim brothers, and they really are in need po ng school na ng mga bata nila is hindi na masyadong ma-displace po.
Have the school experienced flooding in the past?
The last recorded yung report na flood yung area po, yung time na yung entire Siocon na nag-undergo ng flooding kasi yung bagyo na yun, I cannot remember clearly, sir. I cannot recall the name of that yung typhoon na nag-hit sa area, but that was the last time po na record namin na the area was actually flooded.
And has the school implemented any projects to mitigate flood?
That is an ongoing measure, sir. So they are actually working closely with the LGU to ask for assistance, and they are actually improving the school site, the school physical plan, particularly yung mga canals nila, yung irrigation system kasi nga sa tabi ng eskwelahan may mga may mga swamp areas kasi, so they are working on the canals, the irrigation sa vicinity ng school po.
So the LGU is helping the school
Yes po.
to mitigate
Yes
the
po.
flood. Okay, all right.
Yes po. We are proud that LGU of Siocon is really proactive po sa education, and they are really giving support.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. At least we can demonstrate that the LGU is active to mitigate this they call it high flood susceptibility as described by the MGB. So any comments from Congressman Amatong on this matter?
So, Mr. Chair, about 7 or 8 years ago, yung entire Siocon was submerged. Siguro kasing taas siguro niyan na flood sa In fact, yung bridge nun, hindi siya passable during that time. But since then, we've instituted some flood control facilities. Tsaka the next few years, meron ding mga nakaprogram na doon. So hopefully, the entire Siocon will be saved from flooding. Hindi lang yung mga schools.
In other words, it's not only the schools who will benefit from the mitigating, from the project, flood mitigating project, but the entire municipality. All right. All right. And any comments from ASEC? Can we get a commitment that in case they'll require more assistance, DepEd National or DepEd Central Office stands ready to support them?
Okay, we give the committee that commitment, Mr. Chair, care of our Engineering Facilities Division and our DRRMS.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. So with that, we are favorably endorsing House Bill number 9299 to plenary. Anong sunod?
Mr. Chair, in behalf of the people of my district, we'd like to thank you and your committee for giving attention to our bills.
Thank you for that. And we'll just await from the SDS those updates on the MGB observation, as well as some description on the projects that they have undertaken, and plans also to continue to mitigate those problems.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I commit to you that I will personally visit the sites next week.
Thank you for that, Congressman. Thank you. All right, so we go to the proposals of Congressman Mark Go, who's also the chairman of the House Committee on Higher Education. So the first on the agenda will be House Bill number 7316, entitled An Act Establishing the Baguio City High School for the Arts and Appropriating Funds Therefore, taking in consideration Senate Bill number 2096, an act establishing the Baguio City High School for the Arts and appropriating funds therefore, authored by Senator Marcos. So with that, we'd like to call on Congressman Marco for any opening statement or endorsements.
Yes, Senator Win, thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you for including this proposed measure in today's agenda of the committee. Baguio is home to strong cultural traditions and various creative industries. It is the first Philippine city to be inducted into the UNESCO Creative City Framework in 2017, which recognizes cities with rich cultural heritage and also recognizes creativity as a major factor in their urban development. House Bill 7316 seeks to provide creative avenues for the talented youth in the city of Baguio, including neighboring towns in the greater Northern Luzon area, to develop their skills and artistic expression. The bill specifically shall pave the way for the establishment of an academic institution focused on the arts to be known as the Baguio City High School for the Arts, that would help ensure long-term sustainability in the creative sector, in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal of making cities and human sentiments or settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.